We're back
Wait.
at Babette's only long enough for us to notice that Rory has an idea, and then she goes to
And then
Lane's.
she goes to Lane's. So she leaves the kitten alone
Yes.
to go to Lane's. And then this is at the point of the episode you said, don't look down, because for parts of the episode, I'm writing notes furiously. And you say, don't look down, which I know means something crazy is going to happen. And sure enough, Lane's floor is hollow, but it's filled with CDs that she's apparently not allowed to have. So Rory walks in. She's like, do you have that CD? And Lane's like, I don't know, let me see. And then it's funny once, right? She lifts up a secret floorboard and there's a CD collection, but then there's more. There's like multiple sections and they're all divided by genre. Oh my God, we need the Lane spin-off show so badly. So badly. I love this child who is almost 30. I love this almost 30-year-old child. What an insane room. And somewhere in the writer's room, they were like, oh, yeah, so she lifts up a floorboard to have something secret in there. And then someone else had to go multiple times. Killed. So when you were a teenager, did you have a secret hiding place in your room similar to a floorboard?
No, because my mother was all in my room. So I couldn't do that. But I used to hide the actual outfit I was going to wear in my backpack. And then
Oh,
once I left, I would change into it.
nice.
So
So
yeah, I got,
she knew you had that clothing though.
I guess so, but you didn't. Oh my God. I never really put that together.
Yeah, so she knew you had this clothing in your possession, but even though
Yeah,
you didn't wear it in front of her, she just chose not to notice.
I guess not.
Hmm.
See, I always think no matter how strict of a parent you are, you cannot put everything together because
Mm-hmm.
you're doing so much,
So
especially, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, or you have blind spots for your own kids.
Yeah, and also you're tired. Like you can only, look over your
Yeah.
shoulder and watch your teenager for this long and part of you is being so strict it's teaching your kid how to lie or when to lie because you won't
Mm-hmm.
be able to tolerate it. There's all of that stuff. But I love first of all, I love Lane and
Yes,
I
she's the
identify the
best.
most with Lane. And so the floorboards, I could have a thought like, why didn't I think of that? But I didn't have floorboards.
I mean,
So,
I when I was in high school, I invited a friend over who was into karate, and he swore he could punch a hole in my wall. It was drywall. It wasn't like cement. This was and I was like, no, you can't. He was like, I totally could punch a hole through your wall. And I was like, no way. I didn't have a concept of what drywall was, right? And blah, blah, blah. He punches a hole in my wall. And I was
God,
like, holy shit. Like now, what? I gotta, like, we, so anyway,
did you put a poster on it?
I glued a cup into the hole so that it was like a little hidey hole. And then I put a poster over the cup that I glued in there.